Welcome guys. I wanted to try something a little bit different for this read. So we actually have 3 decks in this read. I have my Elemental Oracle deck. We have the Numerology deck. So when I pull these cards, guys, make sure you pay attention to the numbers because they might have a special meaning to you. And then we also have the Transparent deck I wanted to use instead of the Rider deck or the Gilded Tarot, just to sort of change things up. I also use it as sort of a way of being symbolic, getting to the truth of something, so getting clarity. Let's see, and I think we'll start with the Elemental Oracle deck. Let's see what message Tarot has for you guys using these 3 decks. I feel like there's something very important that could come through. This one kind of wanted to pop out the back. So this is the Sun card. The Sun card, it represents our blessings. It's almost like all those beautiful, wonderful things in our life, being able to recognize the lighter side of things. So it might be something that you're struggling with right now. This could also speak to a blessing coming your way. We do have pressure too. So pressure is representative of outside forces in your life. So there are things that are going on around you that are actually pushing you in a certain direction. So I wonder if you're maybe moving into a time of change in your life. We had a few more cards pop out here. So we have Desert. So Desert is like this journey by yourself that you're taking. But it doesn't mean that you're alone. If you can see the birds in the picture, birds are messengers of spirit. So it's like spirit is always with you. And you might look at this card at first and feel like this figure looks lonely because she's by herself. But the longer you look at it, the longer you'll see all the light coming out of the card and the positivity. It's like this is a beautiful journey for this person. This person is finding some sort of inner growth, spiritual growth and fulfillment. We also have the Biome, which represents connection. And this might be our blessings, is our connection to the world around us and perhaps people as well. We also have Breath. Breath represents life. So this is a chance for a new life, a new chapter in life. Give me one more of these cards, Tarot. One more card that fits into this read. That's the one. That's the one that needs to pop out. Beautiful. North. North represents expansion. It's like that North Star, finding direction. Following a new direction. We're starting a new chapter in life. We're starting maybe even building a new life. And then we pull rebirth. Interesting, right? So then we have this element of rebirth here. So this is a new chapter. We are growing, we are changing. I'm going to slide that down a bit. I want to make sure you guys can see that number 16 in there. We also have healing. We're healing in this new chapter of life. Spirituality. And that's what I was feeling from that Desert card. It's like this is a time of spiritual and personal growth for somebody. Perseverance. You know, and it is green, like the heart chakra. So I feel like this is speaking to healing in this perseverance. This might be a new chapter that brings a lot of uncertainties. Might be dealing with something that came to an end. Oh, adventure, beautiful. But it's time for a new adventure, and that's why I was feeling this like positivity in the cards. Like there is this aspect of hurt and something negative, like in perseverance, also in pressure. I can feel it and these are reflecting the thing that's coming to an end. This is reflecting all the emotions that are going along with it. So there's uncertainty, there's grieving, there's loss. And this is the rough stuff that we're dealing with. But I do feel a lot of beauty in this change. I do feel a lot of empowerment. We also have spiritual career. It's funny, that keeps coming up too. Guys, this could be representative of you taking up some sort of form of something spiritual, like even tarot cards or Reiki or crystal healing, astrology, things like that. Maybe getting more involved with your church and your faith as well. This can speak to even somebody in that aspect who's helping to guide you on this journey too. Hell, that could even speak of me giving you guys this tarot read too. That is what this large card represents. I keep it out. It's the sign for the High Priestess, and it's a bigger card than the rest in that transparent deck. So I connect with that, sort of like my third eye, being able to interpret the cards for you guys. So that might be where that fits into. We do have relationship change, and I feel like this is part of the change that you guys are going through too. And personal growth, which is definitely what we were feeling, especially in this desert card. Very much stands out to me in that desert card. Personal growth, a personal journey. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're completely single or you're all alone. It's just this is a time of personal and spiritual growth for you. And I see a lot of positivity in it. I see it bringing a lot of blessings into your life. So we have the Four of Pentacles. This Four of Pentacles can represent holding onto and holding back. And it might be this healing journey that you're on, healing from the past. And that there's still some work to do so that it doesn't hold you back, which makes a lot of sense. When we go through transitions like this, especially where there's emotions involved, where there's heartache involved, that is not an overnight transition. That is not an overnight heal. Those things take time. They are journeys over time. We also have this Seven of Pentacles. This is an abundant harvest, guys. And this is what I was kind of feeling too. That like this is going to be a time of abundance, personal abundance for you, while you're finding yourself, while you're growing personally, while you're growing spiritually. It's like getting more comfortable in your own skin and just finding joy and happiness in your everyday life. We also have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords can represent lies. It can definitely represent deceit. It can represent selfishness. I feel like this is part of what you had dealt with before. I feel like this is part of what we're trying to let go of. It's what we're trying to move forward from. We're trying to let go of something. On the Three of Wands. On the Three of Wands, you can see there's three figures here. And in the other tarot deck, it's sort of like this moving on, this moving forward, this not looking back. There are three figures in this, so I almost feel like partnerships and community. And that might be this biome and this connection to others around you. And it might be sort of getting back to family, to friends, to those who you're closest to, and being able to lean on them during this time as well. This butterfly represents the Fool card. And the Fool card is not a bad card. It represents a new perspective. You're gaining a new perspective. It's like the way a child looks at the world, full of wonder, full of awe. Everything is new. Everything is beautiful. This is what's happening to you in this transitional time. You're starting to look at things in a beautiful, new, hopeful light. It's half full. Everything is possibility. Everything is optimism. There's healing to be done, but this is the attitude that we're moving forward with. It's like we're breathing new life into ourselves. We also have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups can represent emotional detachment. I feel like this is also part of your healing process. You're starting to let go of emotions from the past and not hanging on to them anymore. Like I said, this is not going to be an overnight successful journey. This is something that's going to happen over time and get progressively better and better. The Two of Pentacles, balance. You are going to be finding balance in this journey. We also have the Six of Swords, moving from stormier times to calmer ones. So we're moving to better times in our lives. This is a good transition. This is taking you to something better. We also have, the Knight of Swords here. This Knight of Swords, he's kind of like a right fighter sometimes. The vibe that I'm getting off of him in this read is like being your own white knight. As like victory and truth and honesty, staying true to yourself and moving in a true and honest path going forward is going to bring you abundance. It's going to bring you rewards. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents a higher learning here. And also the Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords is also somebody who's true to herself, but sometimes she can have trouble expressing and processing her feelings too, so be aware of that, and that might tie into this Four of Cups too. We need to be able to process and heal. Sometimes you need a good cry. You need to be able to give into your emotions and just have that emotional release to be able to express it so that you can move forward and keep moving on. So be aware of that Queen of Wands. But like I said, she's also somebody who moves with truth, honesty, and integrity. So it's encouraging this being true to yourself. I do get pulled back to this North card with expansion and moving in a direction that's true to you. We have the Nine of Wands too. And this is what I was saying. It's a journey over time. This is not something that's going to happen overnight, but gradually every day is going to get better. You might still have some shit days here and there. That's okay. That's how it works. So don't be down on yourself. Definitely have that patience. We also have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands represents building. It's like building for the future. You're now building a new chapter of your life. And we also have the Eight of Swords. This is a warning card, guys. This is a warning card for you, just like some of the aspects of the Queen of Swords, some of the aspects of the Four of Cups. This is like being able to sort through your emotions from the past, not allowing yourself to be trapped by them. Make sure that you're expressing them, you're finding a way to express them. If there are people around you who you're close enough to that you feel comfortable discussing these feelings with them, do that. That's going to be healing for you as well. You can't hold all of this in. It will keep you from moving forward on this journey. It's important to be able to find a way to express yourself in some way, shape, and form that you find healing so that you can move forward. We do have the King of Cups here too. So Cups does represent emotion. I'll tell you too about this Queen of Swords. Swords can be indicative of air signs. This could be Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini, possibly, sometimes. And Cups can be indicative of water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But that's not always true. A lot of times these cards are just representative of certain qualities and certain energies. So this King of Cups is the king of emotions. And you know what? In him, I don't see negativity. I see an emotional offering. I see like somebody reaching out to this queen. This isn't necessarily romantic. This might be a friend. It might be a family member, a coworker, a boss, maybe somebody in their faith, perhaps even like a pastor or a priest or something, sort of reaching out, saying that this queen is going through a rough time. When somebody reaches out like that, this is somebody who you can trust. Make sure that you're taking them up on that. Don't isolate yourself, because that's another part of the Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords. It's another warning not to isolate yourself, not to hang on to those emotions. Find a way to express them. Find someone that you trust. If somebody wonderful reaches out to you, someone who you can trust, open up. Open up and release that. That person will be a blessing in your life, and they will help you on this journey moving forward so that you don't feel alone. And you can keep growing and healing. This is going to be a beautiful new chapter for you. It's going to be bumpy in the beginning here, guys, but it definitely takes you to a very amazing place. Alrighty, guys, and make sure you check out those numbers there. They might have some special significance to you too. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you have an absolutely great rest of your day. Take care, everyone.